I carved out about 30 minutes for you to be able to get up and talk to everybody. And then, on the iPhone, you can see like the little dots coming through. And the little dots were coming through forever. And then one word popped up. Nope. So I was like, come on, man. She goes, nope. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get Cedric. She goes, ha, 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 ha. Right? So the reason I want to bring Cedric up here is because, and this will take like 10 minutes, I promise.
All right, cool. Thank you.
The reason I wanted to bring him up here is because I find his social media to be very attractive. It's just cool social media, what he's doing, right? And on top of that, his business model is a little bit different than what most mortgage professionals do, right? So most mortgage professionals, they're constantly at different events and they're trying to connect with as many realtors as they can, and they're blah, 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 blah. And it's funny because today's conversation led to like getting rid of the garbage, focusing on your real time, focusing on real quality, and so forth and so on. And so Cedric works almost exclusively with Elva and her team. And that's just not normal. You don't see that very often, right? And so but you do work outside of that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how much of your business would you say, in percentages, you don't have to know this number, but just if you had to estimate, how much of it comes from outside sources and how much of it comes from inside?
I would say inside, 85%. Yeah,
Crazy,
90.
How much?
90. and 10% outside, but I mainly focusing on like the team.
Okay,
Yeah.
So he does something very unique. Most mortgage professionals, they do sort of a JV with somebody, right? And then when they do that JV with somebody, they rent an office, and that's how they can legally do the JV, right? And then that lender shows up maybe once a week, if you're lucky, to sit in that empty office that they have to justify, right? And they've got their laptop. And then what do? They go inside the office, and you don't see them the entire day, and then they disappear. How often are you in the office?
Every day.
Every day, right?
Every day.
So every day he's in their team office, creating relationships, creating business with the team, right? So now, what made you, and I gotta ask this because, you have social media that you promote consistently your business. And there are very few posts, personal posts. It's like business, but it's still fun to watch because you are putting your clients out there.
Yes.
Right? Why is that a good method for you?
I mean, so like if you go to my Facebook page or Instagram page, you're gonna see like it's a big deal. Like when somebody closes, we pop bottles. Like if we have like a stack of hundreds that they shoot out of a machine, we have a 360 booth. So we kind of make it like a big deal. They get free T-shirts. We make it like a huge deal when we have a closing at the office, and it's kind of like the icing on the cake. I wouldn't say like that's where that helps me get business, but we kind of make it a big deal. So when you go through my Facebook page, you'll see like a lot of clients really happy that they closed, and it is a big deal. Obviously, everything we live off the closing, so we kind of make it a huge deal in our office.
What do you think? Do you think that by doing that you attract more business?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's just like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? When somebody goes to my page, they may go through and say, "Oh, it looks like." Oh, the Lupo team is having a great time. Like, they love their clients love them. Like, it's a big deal. I would say, I mean, do we get a couple of deals from that? Yes, but I think the basic thing is kind of like going back to the basics and establishing strong relationships with realtors. I mean, I know on every transaction you have two realtors, right? You have the listing agent, you have the selling agent, right? So as a mortgage lender, what you should do is you call the buyer's agent, obviously give them updates just like you call the listing agent. Hey, appraisal came in, this is what we need, these are the conditions that we need. And to be honest with you, that it's that simple because the selling agent they just want the updates, right? They just want their loan to close just like we want our loans to close. So if you like call them and give them like updates of what's going on with their loan, you'll be surprised, like, they'll give you business.
So you said something right now that piques my interest. You said call them.
Yeah.
So, and why
it's that simple.
Yeah, but why is that more important than just shooting them a text? Yo, appraisal came through.
Yeah, because your voice behind it puts the whole body behind it. You know, it's very, and we're in the business of making relationships, right? So like a text message is not going to put that personal touch to it, you know. But if you call them, say, hello, my name's Cedric. You know, we're working on a deal together. I just want to give you an update. We got the appraisal. The appraisal came back at value. Like, you'll be surprised of how much like they appreciate that, you know. And then again, you give them the conditions needed. You tell them that we have the clear to close. And the biggest thing, which I know you asked me in the beginning, what's your biggest weakness? I mean, I would say my biggest weakness, and I've learned the hard way, is actually asking for business, asking for the business. I'm very prideful. I think Elba knows that I hate asking people for anything. Like, I'm the type of person where I want to figure it out myself. Like, I'll figure it out. And it's the wrong approach because, like, we're in this business to make relationships, right? And when you make that relationship, you have to ask for their business. No one's just going to, just a top real estate agent is going to automatically start giving you their business, right? Like you said, please give me your business. They're not going to do that. So you have to establish, like, a long-lasting relationship, which I focus on and I'm working on. Like this, I'm a work in progress with this. So, yeah, so, like, I'm working on really, like, asking people for their business.
Cool. So you said something really cool. You said we're in this business to create relationships.
Yes.
Why didn't you say we're in this business to make money?
Well, the money comes with the relationships, right? That comes with it. You know, the more relationships you have, the more people that you ask for referral partners from, for realtors, from title, from attorneys, the money's just going to start flowing in. So that's like the last thing I try to focus on. Really, it's just because I know if I have that relationship, the money's going to come. Like,
do you
right?
ever get clients that call you and say, man, my closing was so much fun. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I want to send you somebody.
100%.
You know, hey, this is like my cousin wants to buy a house. He was watching this crazy video you put up on me.
Yeah, like.
By the way, I have one of those.
And somebody just wanted to get on the video, right?
$100 bills.
Yeah, like I had a client that we closed, Sergio. And this guy, like, I pride myself too, like you said, Jennifer, with like VA. He was a Vietnam vet. He was in the Army. He had really, really bad PTSD. So he was like a real sensitive client, and I was very passionate of like making sure like it closed. You know what I mean? Like this, like he served our country. This was the last thing that, you know, I felt like he deserved a home. So we made it happen. So yeah, so they came to the office, they closed, we made it a big deal. And like he gave me and Elba like a great review. And then he called me and said, you know what, Cedric, I have a friend of mine that's looking to buy as well. So, I mean, that to me, like that gratitude, like makes everything worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what makes the business.
So
that's why I want to be a part of it.
You gotta follow his Instagram. So he puts people on this 360 camera, right? And then he's got like the bill gun, you know?
Where you shoot hundreds.
Stack it with a bunch of money in there. Is this real money, right?
Yeah, yeah. We say it's
it's fake real money. It's real fake money. All right, and then they stack it up there, and the clients, you can also tell like the clients that are really into it, and the shy clients that are like, I can't believe he's making me do this, and they're like paying attention, and the camera's going around them, and they're like. But at the same time, you can still tell that they really appreciate it, you know, and they're having a good time with you. What's your Instagram so everybody can track you, man?
Cedric the Originator. Yeah. And it sounds like, yeah, I'm the originator, right? Because I originate loans, but I make it original to me. So that's why I caught Cedric the Originator.
What made you, and one last question, what made you want to focus on one team versus using the shotgun method and trying to get everybody? Why did you sniper in?
That's a good question. I think more so, again, like, it's about working with like-minded people, right? And establishing that relationship. I didn't want to like be that loan officer to try to go after hundreds and hundreds of realtors and not really know like who they are, what they like to do for a living, you know, I know Elba for like 8 years now, and we were very like-minded. Like, she's like my work sister, right? So she's very determined. I know that she wants to be the best at what she does, and I'm very similar. So it's like we're so like-minded that I just wanted to focus on that, and then we both had a vision of building the team, and here we are.
So one last question. Don't look at.
I won't.
Do you find that maybe other realtors are afraid to connect with you because they find you so family, so ingrained in the Lupo group? Because when you look, because when you, you see, that's
But I
why I
don't
said
have
don't
a-
look at Elba.
yeah, I don't-
She's like, they better be.
Nah.
Because when you look at Elba's pictures, team pictures, and things like that, you're very much a part of the team. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is a vision that we've always had together, and we did it. I mean, I don't. As far as other realtors, I could care less if they don't want to work with me because I'm with Elba. Like, I have enough. There's enough business to go around, right? Like, I feel as though I have enough. Do I want to grow? Do I want to make more money? Yes, but I feel as though we can grow as a team together, and that's our strategy, really. Like,
Thank you for that.
all right. Is that it? Am I good?
That one
All
got
right,
hard,
all right.